all remaining Marine units. This is Sergeant Kelly. I am unable to reach Mars City from my current position. Move to Marine HQ to regroup and await further orders.
Well, hello there, folks and fellow tubers. I am Nuclear Scality 7, and in today's video I'm going to be doing part 3 of my Doom 3 walkthrough. And in this video, we are revisiting Mars City, but this time we get a chance and a glimpse to see what it looks like after the demonic invasion has begun. And boy, oh boy, it is a literally unholy mess. Okay, so now I'm going to get out of the elevator through this door, and we're going to be greeted by a Zizek zombie with a pistol, as you will see there, and I'm just going to take him out with my shotgun, as I did there just now. Oh my lord. Not to mention there's a severed arm and a bloodied cabinet, which is the one we got our pistol ammo from. Okay, now I'm going to go up here, and that ladder's going to lower for me, and you'll see why. Okay, so I'm going to do what that guy says, and I'm going to go up here.
I thought I was the only one still alive.
R. Roland.
I can't believe I found you. Something happened. I don't know what. It was like a shockwave. It passed through the entire base. It started changing. It was crazy. I was working up here on the vent shafts. I don't know how I survived.
Go for help, please.
No way. I'm
just going to talk to him a little bit, and then we're going to get going.
You can't get me down. I'm staying here. Hurry back with some help. I don't want to stay up here.
Unfortunately, Mr. Roland, I don't think I'm going to be able to help you. Okay, so I got to go through this duct here.
Be careful.
Now, I could grab that armor, but obviously I don't need it. So now notice this grate here. Now, I can't go through it. However, something happens when I do this. When I go through this part of the crawlway. Like that, yeah, that's what I call it. When I go through this part of the crawlway, and voila, it's exploded and opened for me. And know that steam can't harm you. It's not toxic or anything. And voila. And we're going to be greeted by a couple of zombies in this bloody room here. Very nasty. Boy, oh boy, Mars City is a mess after the demonic invasion occurs. And now there's a few armor shards here in case you should need any. I'm going to go ahead and listen to what's on this PDA here. Marcus Stanton.
This is Mark Stanton, Manifest Controller, currently stationed
I'm an angry
at Mars
nerd.
City. I'm not sure who to send this to, so I decided to send it to quite a few people. If you're on the recipient list, please take a moment to review this report. It is quite important. I'm very concerned
look
over
at
the
that
shipping procedures
destroyed
out here.
laptop.
I am the Manifest Controller, and as such, I need to be informed of everything coming in and out of Mars City.
Broken flaming pipe.
Someone here is subverting my position and preventing me from getting data on things being shipped. This is
unacceptable.
Not only could this reflect poorly on my upcoming review, but this is my job, and I'm tired of being out of the loop. I have no idea who keeps telling the shipping crews to allow things in and out without allowing me
You appear to have a good
produce
reason to be
or
angry there,
procure the
Mr.
manifest.
Stanton.
But
I
whoever
guess
it
I
is,
could
it must
understand
stop.
why.
One of the dock workers actually told me to piss off when I tried to stop one of the last containers from going straight to Delta. I immediately filed a report and will follow up with the transit manager next time I see him. End of log.
Sorry, I was just listening to the rest of the audio log on that PDA. And we're going to be greeted by a Zizek zombie. This time, one with a shotgun. Yeah. And now, you'll notice what I just did when I was waiting for that Zizek zombie to arrive. I was waiting there so he wouldn't be able to shoot me in too clear-cut of position, because, yeah, that could take out a lot of your health. Here's one, now this time with the machine gun. Okay, and this is a very valuable object. So I picked up something called an ACO keycard or an ACO keycard, however you say it. I'm not sure. Okay, because, yeah, I'm going to need that to open a door here, of course. And notice how the room we're in. We were not able to get here when we first got to Mars City, but now we can. I'm here.
Specialist Wilson, this is Sergeant Kelly.
And now we've got to go through here. I've got to use the ACO card to unlock this here. And another Zizek's coming to try and take me out. And watch what the sentry bot does to both of these Zizek zombies. You'll notice how when the sentry bot fires at the enemies, even their guns sound a lot more powerful now than they ever did in the past. I wonder if I didn't get some machine gun ammo. I'm just gonna see and make sure I got some machine gun ammo from that one zombie. Zizek zombie, I should say. Okay, so now what we're gonna do here is go through this hallway and into this room. Whoa. And I'm just gonna wait for the zombies more or less to arrive. Yeah! That's what we're talking about there, boy. Oh, and I forgot there's another one that comes through the other door. I would turn off my flashlight, as you can tell here, but obviously I want to be able to see what I'm doing in this dimly lit room when fighting the zombie with it. And you'll notice how I've got quite a bit of ammunition in the machine gun right now.
I just don't know what to do.
Let's listen to this radio transmission. Oh, that's freaky.
Don't let anyone in that
Thing. What was that?
And also, we're going to be introduced to a new type of zombie. I think it's called simply the Flamey. I'll have to look up the game to know for sure, but yeah. And voila! Took him out in one fell swoop with my shotgun. Okay, we're going to go through here, and I'm going to go ahead and use my machine gun for the first time ever. Go ahead and take out the fat zombie with the exposed gut. Oh my gosh, look at that exposed gut. That is gnarly. Notice how I took cover beneath this thing here so that he wouldn't be able to shoot me, the Zizek zombie, with the machine gun. Ah, and this is where the fat zombie came out. So if you need any armor, there's sizable amount of armor shards there. Okay. And you've got to be careful here because an imp could come out if you're not careful, at least. And voila, I used the machine gun against an enemy for the first time. As you know, I like to save up and build up ammunition in my machine gun before I start using a weapon on a more regular basis. Kind of like the ammunition equivalent of like saving up weekly allowance money for something. And now we're in the infirmary here. Now, here's a health station. Now, obviously, I have 100% health, so obviously that's not a problem for me. But you just hit the left click button and that will recharge your health in no time. And we've got a new PDA to listen to. One by Mark Casian, that scientist we met when we first got to Mars, who said you should be careful. It's not safe here. Trust no one. Him. And we're going to listen to not one, but both of his audio logs.
Audio log for Dr. Casey,
think I
currently
might
stationed
know
at
what
Mars
the-
City. I've just left the weekly status meeting here in medical.
Ah,
The most prominent topic.
so
was
he's
the
going to
vast
describe
number of
it in his
psychological
audio
issues
log,
we are
but
seeing as of late.
this
Number of
cabinet
reports
door
indicates
is
that 10% of the
017 and it's
overall base
347.
personnel have shown
And if you forget, Mark
Many
Casian will
people
mention
not
it
come
in
for
his
this type
audio
of
log,
thing.
of course.
The number of affected personnel could truly be in the 30 to
Now,
40%
something freaky
range.
happens when I go through this door.
Even
Watch.
manifested. Medical. Have several nurses and doctors out for related reasons. I'm going to formally request.
Now, I don't
two
know what you
additional
call that
psychiatrists on the next
semi-naked
shift.
zombie, but
Do we have our
I would have to look it up to know for sure, but it's something pretty
cases?
interesting. Ah, that was dumb. I did not get under enough cover. And of course there was a med kit there, which is of course very valuable if you were injured like I was. And thing here, I forgot what you call it. And here comes another flaming zombie. Yeah, I love the weapons in this mod. Ah, and a lot of good ammunition along the way. Now we're gonna fight that zombie earlier, and now we've got a audio log by a much tougher guy named Bill Tyson, but I'm gonna go ahead and listen to Mark Casian's second audio log.
Dr. Mark Casian. At 1547, patient Jonathan
Mark
Welp
Casian.
was admitted after complaining of insomnia and nausea. According to the nurse,
And
Mr. Wills was calm
notice that
and
flaming,
exhibited no signs of
burning
disorder
pipe.
when he was brought to examine
Now you
the body.
always duck when you
By
go
the
through
time
that
I
because it
reached
will
him at
damage
10
your
after
health in
4,
no time.
his personality
In fact,
had
I'm gonna look
changed
for some
dramatically.
armor here. I wonder if
When I
there's
entered
some
the
over
room,
there
Mr.
just
Wills
quickly.
lunged at me with a scalpel he apparently stole from a supply drawer.
Ha, that must have been a
With the
traumatic
assistance of an orderly,
experience
we
for you,
managed to
Mr.
subdue and
Casian. It's no
sedate
wonder you
him
decided to
without
end up leaving Mars.
Mr. Wills was heavily medicated and could not be diagnosed, but in the
Let's
20
see if
minutes
there's
he
some
was left
armor
unattended,
here.
he managed to carve 3 symbols in his arm.
Oh, and there's the
Cut his own
armor,
tongue.
which I got there.
I can only guess at the cause of his problems.
Only guess the cause of these
I hope
problems.
that additional psychiatrists arrive soon. In the meantime, in response to this assault, all medical supplies and armaments will be locked in a secure hospital cabinet with the code 347.
Dr. Casey.
Dr. Casian out.
And watch how that zombie strangled that Marine.
Video link up requested.
Now, this is where we're gonna listen to Sergeant Kelly for an update, but I'm gonna go in here first, and we're gonna use this to get inside. 584. Now, I will say this in one of the audio logs in case you should forget that. And I think it's in, yes, it's in security code change. It's in one of the emails for Bill Tyson. Sergeant Tyson, due to the upcoming personnel transfer, due to the upcoming personnel transfer, we will be changing the weapons storage code in Marine Command to 584. The change will take effect on November 15th, 2145. Thank you, Central Security. So, just read through one of Bill Tyson's emails if you should forget what the code is for this cabinet door here. And here we get some more good ammunition. Okay. So now we're going to listen to Sergeant Kelly for an update. First, let's get some
Video
ammunition
link up
along the way.
requested.
Objective complete.
Connection established.
Marine, I can't believe you're still alive. I'm unable to return to Mars City. All passages out of the Delta complex have been blocked. I'm setting up a command post here. I can monitor status reports of the entire base from Delta Central Authority and communicate with other Marine teams. It's your mission to link up with Bravo Team and get that transmission sent. Head toward Alpha Labs. It's the fastest way to find them. I'll update your PDA security clearance from here. Good job, and good luck, Marine.
Now noticed how Sergeant Kelly was nice enough to update our security clearance for us. So that means we could go through more areas. Alpha Labs administration. Join up with the Bravo Team in Alpha Labs. Go through administration for entry into the Alpha Lab sector. Now, when I go here, you're gonna hear a Zizek zombie. So I'm gonna stay here and wait for him to arrive and then blast him away with my shotgun. I almost always do that when I play this level in Doom 3. In fact, I think there's another one here. Well, hello, friend. Sorry if my speech is a bit slurred in certain areas of the video. It's Christmas time. It always the time I'm recording this video and Christmas time always makes me a little tired. Okay, so we're gonna go through here, and it's gonna open up for us just on its own. Oh, that wasn't exactly smart, just waiting there for him. Come on, boy. Okay, there's an armor piece there. And, of course, a med kit. And I believe over here is a another med kit. If you should ever get injured, be sure to grab that. That's my recommendation. Okay, so see if there's anything important here. Now, I remember there being shotgun shells somewhere, but I could be thinking of a completely different version of Doom 3, perhaps. But nope, it doesn't look like there's anything important here. Now, look at this creepy room where it says 624WN, because there's a zombie in this really creepy, dimly lit room with flickering lights. And hello, friend. Now, I'm going to go through this door, but you're going to hear a lot of C-Secs coming. There's not going to be one, but two, if not several, coming my way. And yet another. Yeah! And notice this room we were in, we've first got to Mars. Well, here it is, bloodied, long after the demonic invasion, and there's some shotgun shells. And we've got another zombie with a flashlight in his left hand, like what we saw in Mars City Underground.
Marine, if you run across any operational sentry bots, use them. Those guys pack a lot of firepower.
The UAC is here to help you.
Flickering lights in a bloody, dimly lit bathroom. How creepy. Ah, is that poop? Oh, nasty. There's a body part. Doom 3 is a nasty, violent, and utterly creepy game. I love it. Now watch what happens when I walk up to the mirror here. It's really freaky. Hal attempting to turn me into a zombie. And this is gonna send an imp our way. Now you'll notice how there's a lot more kind of ZZX zombies, and just zombies overall on this level, than there is demons. It's not until later on that the demons start to become more sort of variable and frequent. And a lot of times in these areas, I'm just gonna let the sentry bot take out the enemies rather than have to risk damaging my health fighting them. I'm just gonna grab some ammunition from the dead ZZX zombies. Oh, and there's another med kit in this bloody area with the dead scientist if you should need it. And, not to mention, a few shotgun shells. Just gonna grab some goodies here. And there's another med kit if you should need it. Okay.
Marine, you gotta get to Bravo team quickly.
Now notice this door, but we need a PDA or something to open it, which we'll be able to do later on. Just gonna let the sentry bot take care of the Z-Sec for me. Take out the Z-Sec, in other words. Not only that, he's gonna take out an imp for me. I can go ahead and take him out. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this. I just went ahead and took out that imp with the shotgun blast in. He goes back to his station there. Oh, those sentry bots are lucky that they don't have emotions nor intellect and will like their human creators do, because seeing all this would be traumatizing, no doubt, in real life. Just before we do anything, listen to that creepy sound. Whoa. Doom 3 is one of the greatest atmospheres in all of video game history. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this PDA, and it says Duncan Matthews, and we'll see what he has to say. Unfortunately, I don't think he has any audio logs. Ray Gerhardt, farewell for now. If you've received this email, you are someone I worked with while here on Mars and have made an impression on my life. I want you to know I'm leaving Mars and UAC to pursue other opportunities after one last assignment tomorrow in Delta Labs. I will miss you terribly, and will think of you often. I'm sure the friendships I've made here will last the rest of my life, and I will be sure to keep in touch. As soon as I have a new address, I will forward it along. I hope you will join me in the Mars City kitchen for a drink tomorrow evening. My shuttle leaves first thing on November 16th, and I'd hate to miss my last chance to see you. Until next time, Ray Gerhardt. Well, I must admit that must be pretty sad. Tearjerker for Duncan Matthews. UAC security. Equipment request. We understand the pressures and concerns of civilians in Mars City. I want to assure you that there is nothing to worry about. We in UAC security have everything under control. I've left the armor you requested on your desk. I hope this helps you sleep a bit easier. We will not be able to fulfill your request for a plasma gun at this time. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that civilians are not allowed the possession of weapons. If you ask again, I will have no choice but to report you to UAC HR. If you do happen to find equipment, it's your duty to return it to UAC security immediately. Sincerely, UAC security. To UAC security. Please requisition to my department armor and one plasma gun with ammo. With all that has been happening around here, I don't feel safe. I haven't been able to sleep and it has been difficult to work. If it would be easier, I could always just help myself to some of the armor I've seen security leave carelessly around the base. Generally, I'm an advocate, of course, for stricter gun laws, but in this case, maybe you should share otherwise military weapons with civilians just because of all the weird and creepy things that are going on here, which in turn, of course, becomes the demonic invasion. Now, Duncan Matthews' PDA here will be able to let me open a door, and that's what I'm going to do. Open sesame. And of course, we got a zombie. Here's a piece of armor in case you should need it. And here's, of course, machine gun ammo. And also, of course, here's another med kit should you need it. And I am going to go ahead and leave this level. I am out of here. Let's get the hell out of here, as they say. And now it's going to take a moment for the elevator to arrive. And open sesame. And we are going to exit Mars City. Transfer destination administration. The administration facility is the corporate presence on Mars. Union Aerospace executives located in the upper level offices are responsible for all local and interplanetary administrative tasks. Oh. Well, folks, I believe that will end part 3 of my Doom 3 walkthrough. If you like this video, please hit the like button below. And if you want to see more of my videos, punch that subscribe button below. And I will see you all later, folks. Till next time.